Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too. And all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of you to only cross bigger and better. If you've heard anything that I have stated online, you will know that I state that all things, creation of existence, is made of atom matter. Okay? Now, all of these atoms, right, that make up the matter of all we are, right, are male atoms. They are more positive, so states the here and now of us, than all negativity that could destroy them. Okay? But science wants to state these atoms, right, as neutral, or their internal parts, like their neutrons, neutral, which is all a speculative lie, because the absolute good God and truth of these atoms and their matter and reality check is this: it's the neutral of nothing. And an atom and its matter is never looking for the lowest energy state, it's looking for the most positive energy state to state its matter good always as truth. And I was watching a show yesterday, and it was talking about the electron and the electron field of the atom and how they've been trying to describe it. But here's what I know. If it's not a male atom, it's a female atom that can be split with fission and fusion. But for the sake of this conversation, all the atoms that we are created of, right? Their most representative parts, meaning the ones that make up their function the most, is the electron, right? The proton and the neutron. Well, the proton, E equals mc squared, is the positive energy, good as truth of every body of everything matter. Okay? Now, the neutron isn't neutral, and on the outside of the atom, it's always in a state of negative neutronic decay and disintegration. And on the inside of the atom, right, if you take in the electronegativity of time and space, right, which is that electron field, okay, more of a negative than a positive, it causes that neutron, right, to mutate whatever matter it's making. And if it's one too long, it causes the decay and disintegration of the bonding atom matter it is to the here and now, the reality check of it, the neutral nothing. All atoms want to bond more positive than negative to make the good truth of their matter here and now. Okay? That is the magnetized bonding state of all atom matter. Okay? So when you or anything absorbs more negativity from the electron field, or what you want to say, the point of the electron, right? It is a state of decay and disintegration on you. And you can only do it one way: through faith, crisscrossing negative with negativity. Because everybody of everything else is only going to cross more positive, good as the truth of their evolved atom matter, only bigger and better here now. But again, on this video, they were trying to describe out the wave and of the electron, okay? And it's not really a wave. Think of a ball, okay? And think of inside the ball, there's a positive charge, okay? Now this ball of positive charge is going through everything that isn't it. So it's everything else is negative to the good truth of it, okay? And by it doing that, right, depending on how much of that negativity and where it's at in that loop of the electron field, is depending on where they can find the point of the electronegativity of the atom, okay? Depending on if it's in a higher or lower electronegativity state. But I'm going to show you something. All creation of existence, of reality check, right, that isn't your bonding atoms making you more positive than negative always, right? Good as truth is just negative to you. It's the neutral nothing, okay? And as you go through your life, right, okay, there are patterns that show where things get the most negative. And just like anything that is made of atom matter, right, and has electronegativity around it all the time that isn't it, right? Well, depending on how you absorb that electronegativity, right? Either you take it in and digest it more positive than the negative of it, or you become the negative of the negative energy of it, okay, to the reality check of your bonding atoms. And this is how it works. And depending on what you come into contact with as the atom matter you are, right, the more negative that energy is or that matter is to the reality of your matter, right, is depending on the how much energy the electron field has against you. You see what I'm saying? So, here's what I'm trying to tell you. All atoms are a circuit of energy. Male atoms are a circuit of energy, bigger and better than all negativity that can destroy them anywhere in time and space. Okay, when they bond, if they bond more positive than all negativity, right? That's the only way they can add up, stay, or be lasting good as truth anywhere in any dimension of time and space. And that good as truth is the absolute bigger, better of the here and now of their bonding atom matter. The bonding atomist evolved of all of our I am. See, the state of one more positive with your circuitry than all circuitry of negativity, right? Of time and space, right? And this is why they say that creation of existence is a positive universe, right? Or we live in a positive universe because matter comes together good as truth, bigger, better than all negativity of it. It's the neutral nothing. Now listen to me. But they also say that this is a partial vacuum, and they're correct about that because you will have partially negative things, right, gravitate to you, right? And in reality, if you're not always more positive than those negatives that gravitate to you, right, it will be the collapse of your wave function to reality check. You see what I'm saying? Now, they may not describe it like that in physics, but let me tell you something. If you're not more positive than all negativity of existence, by the polarity of you, man, by knowing what's good as true for you to only make you bigger and better, well, you're always in a state of decay and disintegration, a negative way of faith for it. There's no other reason you would have faith as your logic than to say, I don't know what's good as truth. Because once you know what's good as truth, to always do more positive than negative, faith can no longer exist in your life. There's no bearing on it to the reality check of it. And that's why since the beginning of time, since Adam was first evolved, right, with Eve, okay, they say he was good as truth and he was created to never be destroyed. But I know bigger and better what happened to Adam. He was part of a he shafted reality, okay? And he lost his bearings on how to stay connected to what's good as truth. And it's to only do more positive and negative, because if he'd done that for Eve, right, that'd been an absolute bigger, better Cain and Abel. His life would have just kept on going, because you can't kill something more positive than negative. That's the good truth of the life of Jesus Christ. Hence the thief of all God, truth, reality, check of matter, of the matter of all paradise I am. You hear me? And I am an Adam, man, who respects, right, the fact that you don't let negativity grow to consume you to one nothing. It's the only thing that can. Listen to me. Every time you cross with faith, you state that things cross bad, evil, and sinful, right? And the reality of that is always a negative to what is good as truth, just doing more positive than all that negative stuff. And because of that, man, you stay connected to the electronegativity of this electro field that isn't you. This electron field that isn't you, okay? Everything matter that isn't you, that you're negative with negativity with your faith biased to, man, right? It's no good as truth of you and that matter one together. And eventually, right, it will be the decay and disintegration of you for that to one neutral nothing of you. Because eventually, if you're not positive enough, right, this negative electro field will consume you, and it will destroy your matter to one neutral nothing of you, just negative of you here and now. See, every time you cross negative with negativity, it's a he shafting devil on all you are of atom matter evolved, okay? And what it does is it causes the neutrons of you, right, to take on a negative charge from the electronegativity of you, and it causes them to mutate, and you can't hold your bond to the here and now reality check. See, if it's not positive protonic matter, it's a neutronic matter with decay and disintegration. Can't be no other way, you see. Now, here's the thing about this, right? When this matter gets slightly negative, right, through the neutrons of it, because protons don't become negative, you understand? When it becomes slightly radioactive through the neutrons of it, it causes them to mutate. And those mutations is what eventually kills you with decay and disintegration to the reality check of your bonding matter. And, you know, depending on how you live your life with the electronegativity around you, man, is depending on how fast or how slow this is happening to you in reality check. And like I said, you know, either you're more positive as your circuitry, right, from the inside out at 360 degrees, the absolute bigger, better here and now of the atom man evolved of all I am, right? Or you're just he shafting yourself from the mind through the body to the world with faith. A foolish, bad way, man. Bad, evil, sinful way to one nothing of you here and now, just infinitely negative of the here and now with the devilish hells of you. You see, the same thing that destroyed you, the negative devilish hells of you, is what you're stuck with infinitely for that. To the reality check of your bonding matter being negative, nothing of you here and now for forevermore. But like I said, man, you know, speaking on this video with this electronegativity and how they're trying to describe the point of the electron, and how they said that, you know, the electron field comes back on itself. But yeah, because all around you, right, that isn't you, right, at 360 degrees, right, just like that atom, man, you have to be more positive than that. Now, when that atom builds up its electronegativity base, it takes on neutrons, okay? It can do that. And the reason why it takes on these neutrons is because it helps solidify the bigger, better of its matter, you see? But the real of it is that neutron, as long as it's more positively stated than the electronegativity of the electron field, right? It's stated a good matter as truth. And the real of it is that neutronic matter, when it's not neutronic, right, is the soul of your matter. And it always has a negative pull to keep that positive energy on it, okay? And just like anything you plug in the wall, the male has to overwhelm the female. The positive has to overwhelm the negative. Because if not, either you're not going to have enough power to power your house, or you're going to have too much and it will burn your house down. And it's the same with your body when you go through life, man, and you're not bringing these things that are negative to you back more positive to make you an enlightened person out. Good as true form, bigger and better form, you know, kind of like fertilizer is when you cap off turds and you grow your food and stuff. You know, that's the reality check of what you need to be doing with negativity always. And you know, like they try to study where the most negative point of this electron field is, so they know where the electron is. They say for certain, for a good certainty. But it's just like in your life. Check me out. There's things that if you expose yourself to over and over again, right, you could see the negative pattern of them, okay? Well, if you could see that negative pattern of them, man, right, you could collapse that negativity by doing more positive than it always. But if not, man, that's the that's the state in which you have been captured. You see, that's the state in which the wave field collapses on you, man. And that's why from the inside out at 360 degrees, you only produce yourself more positive than negative always. Again, it's the only way you can add up a lasting matter, good as truth, only to an absolute bigger, better of you here and now, alive and well. You can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die of Christ crossing that rightful, truthful way. Another thing, too, they were saying that all this electronegativity is connected as a circuit. It is. It's a circuit of time and space. Everything that isn't you, right, is negative of you. You understand? Until you bring it to the more positive, enlightened atom matter you are, good as truth, out in reality. And if you don't do that, right, well, that electronegativity is like all things negative. It's just consuming you, right, with that circuit of energy. Whatever it's coming off of, whatever matter, whatever energy, whatever, you see, whatever it is that's more negative than positive on you is consuming you to one neutral nothing of you here and now. And it's a bunch of foolishness, We're not animals. I could tell an animal, good boy, bad boy. I could tell an animal, no, go lay down. But I'll never be able to tell that animal. You are bonded atoms, bigger and better, here and now, good as truth, than all negativity creation of existence. If you get crisscrossed with any negativity, if it don't make you go splat, go do something more positive than that. That's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth. A doggy, a monkey, nothing that isn't a mature human being of an atom man, right, male or female, can understand that. I mean, a man or a woman can understand that. No, an animal never will. And I believe wholeheartedly, if you're not like antimatter, Mother Earth, more positive with the matter of you, consistently good as truth, right, to absolute bigger and better of you, you are the antichrist of this world. You hear me? And you only live an evil, sinful, bad way of you. A mindfuck of faith, man, that's killing you to one neutral nothing of the here and now, because all else of an atom man matter, right, of matters is more evolved than that. They're going to always do something more positive than the negatives of them. Well, that's the full thief man, God, King, Adam man, 3 times male, of all I am. The Father, Son, and even Holy Spirit. Of all mankind's negativity to one neutral nothing, I absolutely positively am. And again, the state of one more positive than negative always is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, Holy Spirit for everlasting peace, all will ever know or be. It's the state that all in body and matter, of shape, form, and mass, you, me, the buildings, trees, every body of everything, all you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, say, and do, right? With all solid, liquid, gas, and plasma, is stated good as truth. And it's the only absolute bigger, better, here and now of you alive and well than anything negative that could kill you. Could potentially kill you. Where 2 or more atoms cross and bond Christ-like, one together with the thieving Holy Spirit out, more positive energy of the atom man evolved of all I am, they are stated good as truth, no matter what dimension of time and space they're in, and no matter what shape, form, and mass they're expressing. And it's the only state that all you could ever think of God is stated to the reality check. You hear me? Because unless atom matter has come together to the absolute bigger, better of the here and now of the good God and truth of you, it's not there. Meaning you can't express no God, right, without expressing it through the atom matter of you. And that's just the fact of God, the absolute bigger, better of the here and now of all I am. Check me out. Anything you think of as God, right, is only good to you as truth, okay? Any miracle, anything like that, only feels good as truth. Well, that good as truth is only a more positive feeling to you than all negativity, okay? Now, that is the good truth of the life of Jesus Christ, and that is what the thief bonded out and stowed his life back with at the crucifixion, okay? Jesus said, you'll be in paradise with me. Knowing reality check. That is the good God and truth of the thief and the Holy Spirit out. More positive man than a negative one. I always am. And just like the electronegativity of all creation of existence has a circuit, right? To state more positive with your circuitry, right? In this existence of reality check is the absolute bigger, better, here and now, shape, form, and mass, good as truth of every body of everything. You hear me? And it can only be expressed, right? The good of it, the God of it, as truth of it, one more positive than all negativity. The absolute good truth of the life of Jesus Christ and the thief of God of all God, truth, reality check, I am. And that's a fact of God check. God, truth, a reality check. Peace.